The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon, not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence. The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Ith. I'll embroider it on my birthday.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree, where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzax, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzax asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it did. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it did.
They hustle and bustle while I sit here statically and watch it all go by.
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it.
I've spotted something interesting.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months.
So, which of you is...
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. But, no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst, a simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late. Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all. Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration. She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Healing stone. Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic. Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silverglen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. Don't dither long. These men are slipping ever closer toward the edge with each passing minute. Thank goodness the source hunter is here. I'm in desperate need of some insight. Please, these men don't have long. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
Stephen should receive the stone.
Boris has an entire life ahead of him. We're giving him 40, 50 more years, while Stephen only has half as many left to him.
Stephen's death will hurt far more lives than Boris's will. Let's minimize the heartbreak of this terrible situation and save Stephen.
If you try to take Boris's life from him, I'll take an orcish club to you myself.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
No, we'll do as I say.
So, Stephen it is? All right. Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Thank
No,
the seven.
this is highly
Oh,
abnormal.
thank you.
What is this? This lightning?
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one.
Have no fear, my friend. I'm determined to prove my worth to you by our journey's end.
Sorry, friend.
Thank you eternally for your help. That strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful. Oh, my savior. I owe you everything. Well, I think my wife will just about faint. My son, a grown man, mind, will spring into my arms like he were a little boy, and my grandkids will ask what present I bought them. Oh, to see their smiling faces again. I'm giddy as a school kid. Goodbye, then, my hero.
Leave me. I don't want to spend my final moments with the devil who snatched my life away, and I curse your every footstep.
Sorry, friend.
Welcome back, Source Hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another star stone, haven't you? Go on, go on. Ask me how I know. Aha! Mere child's play when you know what to look for. And luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first arrived on this plane? When the dormant portal that led us to this hall sprang to life? It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. The end of time is growing by the stone. It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole truth. Oh, how I do love a good mystery. You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, that would be most unmannerly. And not to mention, well, No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. It is at once powerful and faint. Perhaps only a shadow, perhaps more. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way. Once you're through, you'll be able to report exactly what we're dealing with. I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
What an impressive room.
So it is. A hall fit for kings.
You. It cannot be you. But it can only be you. The Guardians. Those I deceived. Those that deserted me. But oh, how weak you have become. As weak as you used to be strong. Look about you. You used to lead, and now you follow. Ignorant of your faults, and ignorant of your fate. That it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has come to this. He won't believe me, the fiend. But they have come, as I prayed they would.
Who do you think that creature in there was?
I haven't the foggiest. The eerie bit is that she seems to know us.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Most certainly. Ah, yes, the Hall of Heroes. Once upon a time, great feasts were held there in honor of heroes graced by the gods themselves. In that room, mortals and immortals dined side by side. I can't think of a better place to gather new heroes, should you come across such rarities, so that when needed, they can serve you in your quest against the void. Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you, doesn't she? Perhaps you'll meet her again, and we'll learn more about her, and about you. A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
I wonder, do you know more about the void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
They're dead.
And they might have
Those
lived.
fools are dead! I knew that she-beast would bring disaster. It was that orc. She snapped, grabbed them, popped their necks, and then ran out of here like a wild beast. I'm only grateful she didn't notice me standing here. Can you imagine?
Now, this is valuable.
By the gods! She killed them!
the gods! She killed them!
That's quite the valuable gift.
Only the best for my favorite partner.
Your kindness is a great comfort to me. I'll return this favor at the earliest possible moment.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest...
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up. No, it is. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a light.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. The Fabulous Five, eh? That sounds like just the right opportunity for three brawny buccaneers like us. We'll go right away. Thanks.
My lovely nature. News here. Zombies, scary. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Well, you see, the gold and silver planets in square aspect suggest a struggle.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Source Hunter. Right, open her up, Legionnaires.
The Sicilians retreated from this battle, but what about the orcs?
Either they've taken to the sea or set up an encampment in yonder caves. Keep your weapon at the ready. That doesn't belong to us, you know.
You're right, it doesn't. Sometimes I get a little overzealous while I'm on the job.
Happens to the best of us. More than a few temptations accompany authority, no?
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Well, hello there.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Whatever happened to that tree?
I think I'll sleep by the fire tonight. What? Aye. So there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scratch off.
Nemrus is the greatest philosopher in the land, you know. I'd give me left whiskers to be half as smart as him.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. And here you are. Wow! This is great! I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great! Have you been rolling around on dead things all day? That's my favourite hobby too. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much! Seriously, so much, you have no idea. You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome, and I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend. I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome. Jake, where are you?
What trickery
Are
is
you here,
this?
Jake?
That's not Jake.
Jake!
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
May the seven keep you.
Jake, where are you?
Here lies
Are you here,
Kavanagh.
Jake?
Will they have
Jake?
Sisal pie in the afterlife? Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive. Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
Jake?
Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace. I once lived a prosperous life with my husband and our happy little daughter, Loni. But when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Loni never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators, more aptly called, came to town dangling the opportunity to annihilate those undead devils, Loni lapped up their rhetoric and joined without so much as a backward glance. She was killed less than a week after she joined. Here she lies, and here I stand, mourning the death of my last joy. May the seven keep you.
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out. Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sisal. Get off my grave, you jackanapes.
May the seven keep you.
The outskirts of Sisal are infested with undead! Are you the exterminator?
To stand on.
Wrath of the Magi! I don't have the right tool for mining.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
I must focus.
Behold the power of mages! Thunderstorm!
Bless the Seven, I am restored!
Into the fray once more! I feel better already! Into the fray once more!
feel better already! Sweet relief. Bless the seven,
Do you like wells? There are a few around Sicil, though one has gone tragically missing. Poor old Wally. Do you like wells?
Guys, vermin! Careful now, that's a trap.
Bless the seven! I am restored! Ah.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
These skeletons are always mumbling about Brachus Rex. Is that a new type of cheese? They're always inventing new things over in Errata. These...
As good as a new penny. Bless the seven, I am restored! On the mend! On stitch of time, hey, my friends? The time of your death is at hand!
Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit, or a lovable prankster ghost? Here lies Patrick. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me. Here lies Kimberly. Finally. Here lies Neil. Killed in the line of duty. I want to go home. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you, O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations. You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder. Oh, budding flower of the morn. Yet, that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? A magical pyramid, eh? Frivolous and lecherous magic, more like. Leave my house, afore the divines punish you for your aberrant ways.
Ooh!
Out!
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
I am a duke, but take no heed.
Join the Spud Club if
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play. The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now, darkness, darling, hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone, every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down. By the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Colour the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand, the heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Kazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes, by the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, One of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumid womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow. Victoria. Librarian. Daughter. Adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsuckler, give me my revenge!
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
She may not be guilty, but she'd have committed the same crimes had she grown up among her own kind. It's inevitable.
Oh, my good man.
Looking good.
There must be some way to open this.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrell is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder. Within play here, all right?
Come now,
But that doesn't solve the
Alistair.
mystery.
Surely you've
Nothing
met your
for it but
match
to keep
once
looking for
or
more
twice.
clues.
Thank you to the closest I've come to mind.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Sorry, but I haven't the time for chatter. These days, a moment's inattention is all a thief needs to snatch my livelihood out from under me.
Perhaps wrestling an arc elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for barnacators.
Fantastic!
Today, I think, a
Fantastic!
king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who
Yeehaw!
knew
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sicile, what you're made of.
Sorry, sir.
I'm overheating here!
Feeling hot under the collar.
Namrus is the greatest.
Oh, very
How could that happen?
Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it is.
Namrus is.
No glory in this death.
Here lies Catherine. I know, I was great.
Have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge? They say
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. Especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace. A sheep? That's a whole heap of nonsense. Don't bother me with such wild tales. Why should I help those louts? Most of them would do anything to avoid paying a few extra gold pieces for a proper funeral. And anyway, I haven't got a thing to tell you. Enough of that bloody business. If you're just going to bother me about finished matters, I can...
Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
Please do keep shouting if I
Tell me.
Pay the big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.